Look out the window, buddy.
Oh, we stuck so bad that we all... They're all in there, nice. They're enjoying our trip.
That's right, yeah.
I'll let them.
Well, good morning, everybody. It is November 20th. It's a Friday. It's about 11:30. And what I'm working on this weekend, it's Thanksgiving weekend for us because Monday we're going to have our Thanksgiving with all of our 4 kids, their 2 spouses, and our grandbaby, and one on the way. And then on our traditional Thanksgiving, we're all going to travel to other relatives' houses. So this is our Thanksgiving weekend. I took Friday off. I'm taking Monday off. So I'm going to have 4 days off. Then I go back to work 2 days. And then I get 4 days off again. I guess what I mean to say is I only have to work 2 days for the next 8 days. And man, it is nice. Just swamped again at work. Working 12-hour days every day. Getting home late. It's dark now. So every holiday, I work right up to the bus stop, you know. And then we shut down and get out of there. And I get right back in there. And a couple years ago, one of my customers was like, "Why are you doing that? You own the place." But it's because 2 things. I want to be there for my customers. And yes, things run smoother when I'm there because I can solve problems really quick because I've been through everything. So I've seen all the problems. I know how to solve them quick. But this year, you know, I've taken the shop back 3 years ago. And I've got my guys trained really well. They're really good guys. We got 4 guys in there. 1 guy knows the computer system really well. He's been on it 9 years. And he's able to deal with all the customers because he's been there. So I just decided I'm only going to work those 2 days in the middle. And it feels good. I'm home on a Friday. Mom's out shopping. Kids are inside. And now to what we're working on today. This dog here, you know this guy. He's now 1.5 years. He's probably almost full grown. Not only is he getting more mature, he's getting more confident and he's getting super smart. So he's figured out that as bunnies and other stray dogs, even coyotes at one time, as they come under the fence into our property, he's learned that he can go under the fence out after them now. And lately he's been digging just small little holes to get out. And I noticed that as I would bury those holes, he wouldn't dig in that same spot because there was a little too much dirt there. So I have other projects to do today, but now, number 1 is I'm lining the bottom of this fence all the way around the 2 acres of property. As you can see, I'm about 1/4 of the way done here. I've got 1/2 of 2 sides. He keeps getting out. I keep getting the call from Mom. He's really hard to catch when he gets out. So I'm just going to take that option away. And we've done it to the last 3 houses we had where we had property in the desert. I did it before we even moved in, but I was hoping he wouldn't figure it out, and he did. So we're going to do that. And then I'm going to reroute the driveway, and then I'm going to make an area off the side of our dirt road outside of my gate where I can dump the drag out of public's view. One of the things we have on our property are these cactuses here, and we've nicknamed them teddy bear cactuses. I don't know, we read that somewhere. There's another one dying right over there. And we've got a couple of them on our property, and they're just nasty. You know, the dogs take off, they run around, they come back with these things like between their paws, and they go to bite them and they're yipping, and then they've been up like in their hindquarters, and they've been stuck in their lips because they shed these things all over the ground. See, they drop them all over the ground, and then the dogs step on them, and it's just, they're miserable. And so I'm gonna do away with all of these, and then I'm gonna walk the entire property and get every single one of those barbs and bury these things somewhere. See if I can use my super strong GoPro magnet mount to get you some cool little shots. All right, so you saw me shoving all that dirt up against the bottom of our fence, and I'm sure some of my neighbors are like, what the heck is this guy doing? But this guy has been digging out, like I said. So all the way around our whole 2 acres is now buried at least a foot deep. And like I said, he gives up He digs for a few seconds and then he gives up. But what I've noticed is if he can get his paws under there in some of the areas where the fence was 6 inches off the ground, because it wasn't made correctly originally, then he goes. So I'm hoping that's done. And then this upper level fence all the way up, I'm just going to do it by hand. It's already buried, see, because the dirt has come down over the years and buried the bottom. So he's never done it up here. It's always been down below where the fence was higher than the dirt. So hopefully that, and with his age, he mellows out a little bit and quits trying to disappear. So what's going on here with this big mess? A couple things. First, we'll talk about the entrance. The entrance to this property, if you look in some of the very first videos when we were looking at this house, this pile of dirt right here was all the way over like here. So you had to come in the road and like hook a hairpin left and get in the gate. So I've been pushing this dirt back since we bought the property and using the dirt. So yesterday I took probably 10 huge bucket loads and I put it here. We'll explain that in a minute. And then we also need to create an area to hide the drag outside of our property so I don't have to drag it over my rail that our gate rides on. Hey, Destructo. So what I did was I looked on Google Earth and I saw that the neighboring property had a road on it before. So I connected my entrance to that little road. I don't know who owns that. I don't know what's going on with that. But now what we'll do is we'll pull the drag down in there, we'll turn around, we'll come back out, and I'll just dump the drag right there, kind of hidden, and then I can just hook up and go whenever we're ready. So I use that dirt also for this right here. So what's going on here is the way they graded this entrance is you come at an angle up to the fence and then you got to hook a right to leave. So we're going to create the driveway to kind of do an S where you swoop left and then you make a soft right and then you're angled straight out the gate, because I'm towing trailers. We're having pool equipment coming in here in the next couple weeks. That way you don't have to come in here and hook a left and go that way and possibly take out one of my gate edges. So I've been using all that dirt behind me to build this up, and then now I'm kind of running out of dirt up there, so I'm just kind of taking it off the property, just scraping the top and dumping it. And I watered this for many hours yesterday. I'm just getting a fresh coat of water on it. I'm going to pack this all down now, and then I'm going to keep digging up dirt and trying to make this entrance a nice big swoop. All these rocks that we found in the property as they were grading all this new area, I just told them to throw them here for now, but we don't want them here, of course, permanently. A couple of these I'd like to use in the pool. A couple of these really nice ones somehow. We'll see. But my idea is, like, this one would make a cool little end table between a couple beach chairs if we could get it propped up flat. Anyway, I'm going to line the outside edge of that turn with the boulder, so as you come in it gives you a visual direction. And then in the area that we're going to be turning around right here, there'll be a middle spot that's neutral, just nothing going on here. You can see my line in the dirt as we go around this way. This middle area, I'd like to do some greenery in here, a tree, some bushes, whatever. So as you come in and it's all lined, you've got a tree here, a couple trees on the outside of the driveway, and it's nice and visually positive as you come in. So that's a little ways down the line, but this is how it all starts. build it up and then smash it down and then fill it in so it's all one level all the way to like right here like this.
You know,
And then I'm gonna put the boulders here. Boom, boom, boom. All right, she's starting to come together a little bit. Starting to take shape. You remember it dropped like 10 feet from the gate. So I've been working on this thing about 3 hours. I'm slow, but it's coming together. You know, this dirt is like powder down there, but when you put water on this and you compact it, it's like cement. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is come over the top and go down to pack the sides down. So it looks pretty good. You know, the driveway used to kind of end where the second tire tread is right here, and it would slope from there, and it just drove me nuts. So our first test driver was going to be my wife if she was going to go shopping, and so I was all excited to see her like take the outside and go out, and sure enough she goes exactly where she always goes. So anyway, so my goal was to make it big enough to swing a big trailer in here, to swing a big trailer out, and then it's got to slope down, you know, a natural slope, and then the water will come down this way and then go down that way. And then we're going to make that into a drainage ditch thing there. So it's pretty wet. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take the bucket and I'm going to back drag all this stuff and just try to smooth it out, which will help me see some of the highs and low spots, because I'm not a tractor guy, I'm a tire guy. And I started this thing at 11. It took me I had about an hour break, it took me 4 hours. I just went crazy and it was like I had like 15 minutes of light left. And I just went and grabbed those rocks real quick. I should have videoed it. It's kind of fun popping them up in the bucket. But you can see kind of what I got going. You know, it's more like an entryway now in. Now this is just, I just threw these rocks here, you know, just to kind of give me some visual satisfaction. But just take a look at it from as we come in. See, now the rocks kind of, you know, tell you, you got to go in and go left like that. And what I'd like to do one day is do like just a white ranch rail, just 2 around the outside and then 1 on the inside kind of guiding you in, and then pop a couple trees in behind there just to and then pop a couple more trees in here and here, so you have like a driveway going in. So it came out good.
You like the pad?
It's just, I guess. What is it, the rocks? Is it the new grading? What? You're messing up my job, boy. He's just going crazy, man. Let's go. There you go. Oh, so much nicer. It's my little girl off to work. Looks like we got a long lost pigeon. He's walking right towards me. What the heck? What is a little guy like you doing around here? Oh. He's still walking towards me. He's kind of shy now, though. He's walking around. Are you lost, buddy? He seems like he's looking for food here and there. Let's just see. You gotta go home, bro. You gotta go home. I mean, if I had the means, I'd keep you, but maybe at a later date when I don't have so many responsibilities. Why are you still walking towards me? You better be careful. I'm gonna let this dog out. You'll just be a couple feathers after that. Alright, well, what is going on with you? Okay, I'm gonna go this way, see what you do. So he's out there flying around, and here he comes again. Here he comes again, coming to say hi to me. I figured it out. There's a beige house right there, about a mile from me. And I see a flock of pigeons flying around their house. And when a raven swooped down into like the airspace above me, he took off down there. And I see he just joined with his buddies. And they're flying like around the house down there. So that explains it. All right, so I rented this tractor to do that grading in the front driveway area, and then the fence that you saw, take down all those cactuses. And the rental company was supposed to pick it up Monday, and today's Wednesday. They still haven't picked it up. So it's still here, and they're not going to pick the thing up until next Monday, after Thanksgiving weekend. So what I need to do is get the key here, and it's freezing out, so I'm gonna let this thing warm up. Gotta wait until it's ready to go. Okay, glow plugs did their job. Anyway, even though I'm done with it, I got a call from our pool contractor. Oh, this is a good opportunity to show you guys. This is going to be our view from our pool patio back here. The whole desert scape here. We're going to put the pool right here on this pad we created last spring, early summer. So anyway, they're going to be here early, Friday after Thanksgiving, 2 weeks early. So they're going to need to get in on this side of the house over here. But I had my firewood delivery dropped, and it's blocking the way. See right here? So I need to move this firewood. I want to build a pad beyond the propane tank one day and put a garden shed out there, and then put all of my garden tools, wheelbarrow, and stuff like that out there, and just be able to walk straight across, maybe down a little and then straight across. So, and I want to keep my firewood over there in the sun where it's always going to be drying all year, getting ready for the next summer. This pipe you see laying here is because I told them to take the pool dirt and dump it here. It needs to be longer. I'm getting more pipe. That's 20 feet. I need 40 because it's going to be a big pile of dirt. Anyway, I told them to put the dirt here because the wind always comes from that direction. It'll blow the loose dirt that way if we have any windstorms. Because the way our pad drains, this whole pad drains down this way. And you've seen that big crack in our property from when we first moved here. So if they put the dirt here and we have some kind of storm, we're going to have a swimming pool in the front yard, which we don't want. So this will help it drain underneath the pile of dirt until we have enough time to get the pile of dirt and make the pad over there, blah, blah, blah. So that's what I'm going to do right now, is I'm going to move all this firewood with the Bobcat. All right, so that's it. I'm tired. I worked all day. Got home. I have to do this at night in the cold. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. It's got to get done tonight because we're gone all day. 7 a.m. they're here Friday to dig, so I needed to get this space open for them. Okay, that looks better. Yeah, at least it got done. That's good. I don't know if you can see in the dark over there. Put it over there. Like I said, I want to build a pad past that propane tank. We need another propane tank for the pool heater, so I'm just going to make a pad out of that. It'll come right out to that Joshua tree, so you can be kind of nice there, and we'll have my garden shed over there with all my junk, have a little pathway over there, keep the firewood, all the firewood splinters and all that chopping block over there. So if you're wondering where the ATC is, it was right here. You remember the ATC we got a couple years ago just so I could put around with my kids? We've since upgraded twice. Or haven't I told you? I haven't told you. Anyway, let's tackle the ATC. I went to rescue my dog who dug under the fence. As you know, that's why I buried the bottom. And he was way off on somebody's property over there. And I went to take off on the ATC to get him. And he's trying to run and I'm trying to catch him and kind of corner him into a fence. So I was like pinning that thing all over the place. And then Mom came and got him with the car and I buzzed it back up here and I came in the gate and I came over here. And as soon as I got here, it died. And it died kind of funny, like it was running and then it just died. Like not fuel, not spark, something weird. So I tried to pull start it, and it had zero compression. So I think I cracked a ring or something. So it's been sitting here for like a month. And then when these firewood guys showed up to drop off their firewood, they were talking about the thing. And I'm like, you guys want that? It's got a broken ring or something. It ran great until, a month ago. And I told them how to look it up on YouTube and see that it did run for a long time. We were in the dunes and all kinds of stuff around here with it. So I gave it to them, signed it over, and they were totally stoked. And what I've done is, remember I had the Predator. I got that Predator a year ago. I didn't want the Predator. Really, I wanted a green KFX 400, 06 or newer. And last year they were going for $2,500 for a clean one. I couldn't find a clean one, but I did find that clean Polaris 500 Predator. I think I got it for 28. So this year, as we're camping, as we're sitting in the dune, in our camper in the wind, I'm just looking on Craigslist and I see this absolute pristine LTZ 400. Let's get the spotlight on her. This thing is pristine. Let's get some close-ups. Look at this. There's not a scratch on this thing. Look at the engine casings. That's how you can tell how hard it's been ridden, how often it's been ridden. Couple little scratches there. Look at the wear on the shift lever. There's like no wear. Look at these original grips. This thing is in pristine shape. It has the original factory tires on it. It's an 07. The 04 and 05s had an issue where the clutch cover over here was made of one kind of metal and the engine case was made of another kind of metal, and there was a chemical reaction and it messed up all the fluids. 04, 05. So there was a recall. So 06, 07, they didn't have that. That's why I was looking for 06, 07. So I found this clean baby on Craigslist. It's the same as the KFX 400 because in the mid-2000s, Suzuki and Kawasaki merged their off-road divisions and they produced the same stuff for a couple years with different colored plastics. So I kind of like the yellow. And I like the blue frame. I'd like to get some anodized blue wheels. That would be cool. Anyway, he wanted $4,000 for the thing. But if you look at all your off-road stuff, the market has gone through the roof because of COVID. Nobody's traveling. You can't go to the movies. You can't go anywhere. Can't go to the shopping malls. So the off-road market has skyrocketed. So a clean 400 last year was $2,500. This year, some of the beat ones are like $3 to $32. So I told this guy while I was sitting in the camper, I said, if you hold that thing till Wednesday morning, and if it's mechanically sound, don't sell it. I'll take it for your full asking price. So he did. He held it for me for 3 days. He's only 10 minutes from my house. I went over there, I bought the thing, loaded it up, and I noticed that his Razor had bald tires. So I gave him my brand new Stalkers because, of course, I went to these Terabytes. But I gave him my brand new Stalkers, worth $400 or $500, and he was super stoked. That was my thank you for holding it for me. So that's probably the last quad I'm ever going to buy. I'll do some sand wheels and tires, and maybe get the suspension done for my fat body, and that's it. Maybe an exhaust later. Who knows? You know me, I tinker with everything. And my kid did so good making it all the way to the swing set that I got him a set of paddles. They're up at the shop. I want to go on a ride with him Thanksgiving weekend after we're done here on Saturday or Sunday. So I haven't put them on yet, but I'm going to put them on for our next upcoming trip, which we'll talk about soon. So I hear the train coming. We are about half a mile up from the tracks. Oh, there he is. You see my little buddy, my little train right there? It's just kind of cool having a train near your house. There it is. And for all of you that asked about where I live by the train tracks, there it is. There goes the train. Might be a little fuzzy. Zoomed in on my telephone. He's gonna go right behind that ridge. Pretty cool. See you next time.